This video is going to piss some of you off. Path of Exile 2 is confirmed to be paid early access. It will not be free to access for all. This is something that we have really known for quite a while, but lots of people have been clinging on to the fact that it just might be free. So in today's video, we are going to be breaking down how exactly we learned this and what other juicy Path of Exile 2 information we just learned. Talamoana Exiles, Talkative Try here, back with another Path of Exile 2 video. Yeah, I was just about to go to sleep, and then we had quite the string of events occur. First, Exile Shadow Art ESA tagged me in this tweet saying we may just have been confirmed that early access will be paid. So of course I clicked on the tweet, and it was from this outlet in Japan, Dengeki Online. Now currently Grind Gear Games has a booth at the Tokyo Game Show in Japan. It's not in Tokyo though, it's in a different city. I know that's a little confusing. So if you actually click on the article, you are taken to Dengeki Online. It is a Japanese news site. They conducted an interview with Jonathan Rogers, the game director on Path of Exile 2, and a member of Sony Interactive Entertainment Worldwide, Shuhei Yoshida. I believe that's how you say their name. He is pretty big over there, actually, and he played Path of Exile 2 with Jonathan. Now, the most important piece of info from this particular interview, and you can see right here, we can translate it to English, is that Path of Exile 2's early access is paid. Now, I know this is a translation from Japanese to English, and it's Google Translate, so I did check with some people who do speak and write Japanese, and they did confirm that this line right here means that it will be paid. The question is, how many people can play at the same time? Jonathan responds and says, I want to make it possible for 2 million people to play. Currently, there are about 350,000 people playing Path of Exile, but I don't know how many people will actually play PoE2. Early access is paid, but it will eventually be free. And I think a lot of people will play it, so I'm preparing to make it available as possible. So there's the quote right there. What does Jonathan mean by this? He means that early access, the period that begins on November 15th, is going to be paid, meaning we'll have to pay $10, $20, $30, maybe more than that. And then when Path of Exile 2 releases in 6 months, a year and a half, whenever, it will be free to all. But if you'd like to play it in its early access version, you're going to have to buy a key to do so. Or this might also be a possibility, and I feel like I've referenced this news article so many times. The Fall of Oriath Beta FAQ, this is what Jonathan has referenced in the past, and why I thought once we had that Path of Exile 2 early access reveal date trailer that said play on November 15th and not play for free on November 15th, like all of their other trailers do for Path of Exile 1, this is when I thought that it was going to be paid, and perhaps it is going to be using the system that Fall of Oriath did. They haven't confirmed this. They have just said, hey, this might be something that we're going to do. And this means if you spent $500 in total on microtransactions in the past, you will be able to play the Path of Exile 2 early access period. Was just looking at this dude's page, the person who played PoE2 with Jonathan. Yeah, Shuhei is, wow, he's big at Sony. He's big over in Japan. And he seemed to really enjoy Path of Exile 2, which is awesome for Grind Gear Games. It's just a W for them. Okay, but was there anything else interesting in that particular interview? Yes, there was. There was actually some new screenshots of new areas in Path of Exile 2's third act. We can actually take a look at them right now in this video. They include this screenshot right up the top up here, which appears to be in the area where we are climbing or going to the Val Pyramid. I know this is super blurry. I know this is ridiculous, but it's still cool. We can see the Exile right here. We can see Elva right here. And we can see what appears to be Val architecture right here and a burning bridge right there. Very cool stuff. And the next picture is even cooler, in my opinion. This is a new boss fight that, of course, we had the camera cut off right here, unfortunately. It's a poison boss that they're fighting, and these mobs seem to form the arena. I don't know if you can actually kill them, but they're fighting them inside of this rectangular arena with all of these monsters with spears jutted out and shields protecting them. It does look like they are affected by this ignite or this flame effect right here, so you probably can bring them down, but maybe they're just very tanky and they are forming the barrier, the walls around this arena when you're fighting this boss. I can't actually see the boss. I don't know if this is the boss or this is the boss. Like I said, these are very blurry pictures. It's very unfortunate that they're that blurry, but heck, this still looks super good. Even very blurry on a phone taking a picture of a television. It's just wild how good it looks. I can quickly zoom through the other pictures right here. This is Jonathan and Shukai in front of the passive skill tree for Path of Exile 2. You can enhance if you'd like to. I'm not going to do that in this video. And then we have them both fighting the fire boss, or I think it's just Jonathan fighting the fire boss that we've seen in Act 3. It's the volcano one, the area where you have the damage over time if you're standing in the light, and just some more screenshots of that. And then the rest of it is just the hanging scene. Although this version of the hanging scene, that is a lot of characters. Have we seen one like that? And I think the characters in the background look a little bit different too. The guards, not the executioner, of course, but the actual NPC guards look a tad different too. Just a few pictures of the various Act 1 areas that we've seen before, and then a lovely glory shot of the two of them playing together on what I assume is a PlayStation 5. Beyond that, not a lot of new stuff from Tokyo so far. That piece of gameplay that I showcased in my last video was actually taken down, so it's no longer on the internet at all. Not sure exactly why it was, but we have it up here on the channel. I really think this piece of early access news is vital to lots of people here that are watching my channel. Because even though I have taken a stalwart stance on the fact that Path of Exile 2 is likely not going to be free to play ever since that early access reveal trailer, I see lots of people in the comments saying it's definitely going to be the free to play on November 15th. This right here is 99.9% confirmation that you're going to have to pay to get in, or you're going to have to have paid in the past to get in. Maybe they will have a raffle system like the Fall of Oriath beta did back in the day, but that is not guaranteed. You want to be guaranteed to be able to get in on November 15th to play that Path of Exile 2 early access, as I will be doing. And if you'd like to get all the latest Path of Exile 2 news, make sure that you subscribe to Talkative Try and like this video if you liked it to spread it to more fellow exiles. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, my fellow exiles.